You might be wondering why I'm starting my video facing away today. Is there a big spot on my face? Have I painted my face? Who knows? I'm going to reveal it's nothing to do with that, but I might have a new t-shirt on to review this whiskey with. A Christmas gift that I've got, and it's me and Let's Talk Whiskey on a t-shirt, and it's a wee belter. And talking about wee belters, a new review between Christmas and New Year. Why not get one out there? We're in the spirit of who knows what day it is. It's December 37th and Jalember's next month. I don't know what's going on. But I've had this bottle for a while, and this is the Springbank 100 proof 5-year-old. I'm going to get it open in the glass, and we'll have a wee chat about it and just try and get it to settle down a little bit. Let's get the pop as usual. Always satisfying. We'll get it in the Glencairn. So Springbank 5, the 100 proof series. This is brand new. I think this is release number 2. I picked this up not too long ago, I'll tell you just now. This is the Springbank from the 27th of August 2025. So this is the second one. 100% bourbon as well. In Springbank, one of these distilleries in Campbeltown, probably one of the most famous distilleries, I think, in Scotch whisky for maybe the whisky geekery, the whisky aficionado, will we say, from a distillery that can produce so much different styles of whisky that people may like. Springbank, I think, is the epiphany of it all, even though they've got Longrow and Hazelburn. Springbank just sits in the middle. I think they distill 2.5 times as well. This is very lightly peated. The Hazelburn's got no peat, and then the Longrow is the heavily peated range that they do. I love the Longrow red stuff. Springbank is great. They can produce a lot of whiskey. They just don't, just due to the methods that they use. It's very traditional, and that's why I think they've got such a huge following. So never be disheartened if you can't get it. Even some of the core range, it's sometimes hard to get the 10-year-old at times. And again, it's not a huge problem. There's other things there that you can get if you're trying to fill that void of just having a Springbank. This one here is 57.1% ABV in the 100 proof series. They brought this out and everyone went mad for it. I missed the boat on it. I was able to try the first release and I actually really enjoyed it. I had a look out and I thought, I'm not going to get caught in the rat race of trying to buy one. If I see one, I'll get it. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. There was other whiskies that came out at that time as well. The Glen-Scotia 12 being kind of similar, but obviously a little bit older. And then I was coming back from Inverness and dropped into Dunkeld whiskey box and just having a look around, and this was sitting on the shelf. So I thought, if it's there and I'm not looking for it, it's probably time to buy it because I'm not going to get another opportunity. So this came in £52, I think it was. Again, decent price. Kind of similar price to the 10-year-old that they've got, but this is new. They've kept everything the same as in the branding. You know, there's nothing, they've not spruced it up or anything like that. They've just kept it the old school Springbank. The colour scheme is very close to the 21-year-old, and that is a phenomenal whiskey. I know this is very far off just due to the difference of 16 years, but they just keep everything the exact same. The only difference on the back of this one is it says 57.1% ABV, but we're 100% bourbon. We're Campbeltown, so I'm expecting those kind of vanilla, white sugar, tropical, kind of a little bit salty, like the maritime notes as well that you get from there. A little bit of funk sometimes, but because it's so young, some of these flavours might not be there yet just due to the fact that it's not had that much time in the cask, and that's fine. So it's going to be good to kind of see a raw state of what Springbank might be. It's one of the distilleries I've actually not been to. One of the days I went, I couldn't get in for a tour. I just showed up out of the blue. I was going to Ireland, I had a wee bit of time to kill, and I always try new make spirit when I'm at a distillery. I just love to see what the raw state of a distillery is and then what the wood can then make that whiskey into. So one of these things when I get to Springbank is hopefully I'm able to try that, and I'll jump to Glengyle and also Glen-Scotia and see if I can do the same. This has been sitting in the glass for a couple of minutes. Probably should be in there longer, but I'm just going to get stuck into this now. 5 years old, High ABV. I've got my water at the side here. Colour wise, super light isn't expected for that. I actually think it's slightly darker than I thought it would be. And it's non-chill filtered natural colour. I think it always says that on these bottles anyway. If not, Springbank are very consistent and natural anyway in what they do. But looking at the beading on it, you can see, hopefully that will just catch it. The colour of it there, it's super syrup, like golden syrup. I'm going to get this on the nose and get stuck into this one. The first thing is like sweet melon, white grape. There is that kind of soft coastal note to it as well. The ABV is coming through. I think going in blind, you would know this is bourbon cask, and that's definitely come through. Hopefully those legs are showing now. Look at that. They're just sticking to the edge, so I am expecting big things here. White melon, white grape, kind of white chocolate as well. Or kind of dairy chocolate, not dark or anything like that, just that kind of sweeter style of chocolate. Maritime, slightly, not as, there's no funk like I usually get from that kind of Campbeltown funk, so this would probably throw me from a Campbeltown. It's very easy on the nose, nothing too complex, nothing like really going, wow, this is unbelievable, but yep, kind of softer white fruits, white chocolate, milk chocolate, and a little bit soft coastal notes. Well, slange everyone and have a great 2026. The palate is kind of a bit more, say, wood front. That it's like kind of spiked wood, non-sanded wood. Bit gristly. Slightly kind of more towards a new make style. You know, that being so young, it's not going to embed the full flavour of what that cask is intending it to do. I think the ABV in the palate at 57, it doesn't have a 57% note to it. I would think it's actually lower, personally. But longevity is there. Mouth coating. And it had more oakiness to it. No spice, which is, I thought I'd get maybe a kind of gingery or something like that in the back. The palate's quite quiet. It's not as big and bold as what I expected. But again, I've only had this in glass for a couple of minutes. It's just been opened. I've put a dash of water in there as well. See if anything will change in a short period of time. It stays more coastal with water in it. The kind of, those front white fruit kind of disappear. That chocolatey, more chocolate. Chocolate coastal, maybe Himalayan salt and a bit of chocolate, something like that. It's quite dry. It's not it's not Springbank as I know. I think this is okay. I think I need to revisit this. If this was something I'd spent, say, a lot of money on, I tried it, and this is what it was going to be like throughout the bottle, I'd be a bit like, oh, I thought it was going to be a lot better. Compared to the first 100 proof that I had, the 100, that was great. This one just seems to have dropped a little bit. and that's a personal thing for me. I think it's good. I love bourbon cask, refill bourbon, virgin oak things, and I do think this will come in time. I've done this before with a 15-year-old. I had my first dram. I was really excited, took it home, opened it, and I thought it was okay. Then I revisited it and it really opened up. Just now, this is doing the same. This is okay, but it may open up to be something better. I need to go and sit back. I need to go and try and have another couple of drams of this and just see where it goes. But we're definitely going to re-review this soon, once we get down maybe below the shoulder. But we'll get this revisited in 2026. But everyone, thanks for following the journey through all the years. Thanks for the support on the platforms, Instagram and YouTube for these reviews. I wouldn't do them if you guys weren't watching. So thank you so much. Have a fantastic 2026. And if there's anything you want me to review, please let me know. I've got some unopened bottles here that I need to get to. But as always, join me next year and let's talk whiskey. Slange.